Good morning, Neil here with the Off the Lip radio show and my series Who's Who in Santa Cruz, and I'm here this morning here at Seascape Golf Course with a frustrated Peter Melton. Why the frustration? Why the frustration, Peter?
Golf.
Oh,
we
God.
love the dang thing, but it drives us crazy, and that's what led me to write the book Conversations with Par.
Okay.
That's coming out on October the 1st.
Bring that here. Bring that here.
Bring it in there close.
There it is, right there.
And yeah, my brother helped me design the cover, and I'm real excited for this to come out to the world, because it really is my journey of golf frustration and how to let that go.
Yeah.
And in this book, the voice comes to my head to help me, the voice of Par. And Par guides me to remembering the beauties of golf. I mean, look at this. You're in some of the most beautiful places in the world. You're out with your friends. You're having fun. Maybe you're having a dog and a beer mixed in there. And you're challenging yourself physically, but you're also challenging yourself mentally and emotionally. And that's what's part of so great about golf, is it'll drive you crazy, and it'll keep bringing you back.
How do you, when you're frustrated, as a frustrated golfer, which we all are, what are the differences when you arrive on the golf course and when you leave the golf course?
Yeah, you know, in the book we talk about how do you want to feel, right? And
Okay.
to prep yourself. What can you tell yourself? How can you set your frame of mind right?
Yeah.
That when you show up, you're in a good mood, and you're letting go of so much of the crap that golf can stir up for you.
Yeah.
When you don't do well. So that's really the key, is taking control of the things you can take control of.
Yeah.
And I say 4,
Yeah.
right? And 4 isn't just watch out, I might be hitting somebody else with a ball. 4 is, what danger am I in? And I'm in danger of not taking care of myself emotionally and spiritually, right? And psychologically, because I can get all crazy in my head.
Yeah.
And so we watch out for our own inner 4s to help ourselves set ourselves up right.
Let me ask you a question. What was when you wrote the book, sat down and wrote the book, what golf course was in your mind?
Several courses. So I grew up in Watsonville, California, and I grew up really close to a course called the Paro Valley Golf Course. So it definitely was in there. You'll see in the book there's a golf course in Chico, where I went to college, Bidwell Golf Course in Chico, and also Spring Hills Golf Course in Watsonville. Those are the 3 main
Okay.
courses that were in my
That you're
mind, some of the different holes that we talk about.
Yeah. And each of those golf courses has got frustrating holes. So you have certain holes that you don't, like professional golfers say, it doesn't fit your eye, right? It doesn't
yeah.
fit your eye. You've already talked yourself out of par.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we can do. We can talk ourselves into crazy.
Yeah.
Right. And how do we slow down enough to take the control that we can have, to say, wait a minute, it's a game.
Yeah.
Right? I'm here for my enjoyment.
Yeah.
And let go of the score. Our culture is so results driven. And so it's fed to us our whole lives. And so you've got to take control to slow it down and say, wait a minute, I'm here for a game. I'm here with my friends. I'm here to exercise. I'm here to see the beauty of nature. And so often that just slips away when you shank that ball into the trees.
How many times have you made par on the driving range?
Made par?
Yeah.
Well, so there's a whole section about the driving range in the book. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
That how can we use the driving range to our advantage, instead of just rock, and just smacking balls around and hoping that somehow helps. And one of the keys that is mentioned in the book is that you've got to treat it like it's the actual shot.
Yes.
Right? Because people have 2 games. You have one game where you're just on the range, and so many people can have a great day on the range, and then you go out there and you've got a different mentality, and you've got competition if you're in a competition of some sort, and you get all sideways. So you've got to make the range, you've got to make your practice as real as possible.
A wise golf teacher once taught me, Neil, perfect practice makes perfect.
Yeah. So what is that, right? So there's so many little snippets that get thrown out, so many little ideas.
Yeah.
Perfect practice makes perfect player, or whatever, right? But what does that really mean? How does that live in my body when I'm on the range? What do I see? Can I visualize the shots? Can I make the shots? Can I take, when I'm out practice putting, can I make it feel real?
Yeah.
Right? Because if I'm just putting and then you get on the course and it's a whole different game, you've
Well,
got
yeah.
you got guys going crazy because the putt goes in, it's amazing. But when the putt doesn't go in, it doesn't. And that's the beauty of this game, but you've got to take it that level deeper.
And you can go to the driving range and spend let's say you and I, we go to the driving range and we sit there for 2 hours, just sit. You'll see there's not one person has the same swing. Everybody's different to hit this little ball 300, 250, 100, whatever, down the driving range. It's really kind of an awesome sport, but very frustrating because there's just so many different swings. What's right, what's wrong?
And now with the internet, with YouTube Golf, my God, you can get 100 lessons in an hour on YouTube, and then you're out at the range going, "What that guy say about where my foot should be, and what's this?" And, and now instead of just a few swing thoughts, you've got hundreds of swing videos that you've seen that the people make it look so easy. Just turn, just right, and so it's new addition to.
Will you have future books like Conversations with Birdie?
Well,
Conversations with Double Bogey, Conversations with an Albatross. Do you think there'll be further books along that line?
I do. I've already imagined a couple of different books and some ideas on where they can go deeper into the story of why am I playing? Right? Because this is really where the mindset can be set up and sharpened. Why am I here? And Parr asks Peter that in the book, and that opens up a big topic.
Is this so? I buy the book. Is this just an explanation of how you feel, or is it going to help me obtain 3 underscore or 4 underscore? Right.
Thank you. That's a great question. So who's it for, right? And I've been working with some different folks and talking about this. It's not for everybody, but it's for the people it's for. If you're into pondering some of the deeper questions about golf, if you're one of those introspective people, if you just want a few other nuggets, if you're new to the game, you could see it from a brighter spot from the beginning. If you've played for many years and are struggling to get your game back, you can get it back because in the book he says, if I do this, will my game get better? Right? And he says, if I play this way, will my game get better? And he says, it's about your why. When you change your why, your game will get better.
Very cool.
And so that's one of the nuggets, the key nugget of the book is why am I playing? And if you can show up at the course with a clear why, and that why is enjoyment, then you're set in a whole different way. Then I got to get a good score in order to be happy, because that's how it gets set up in our world. It's like I'm only my score totally depends on my happiness. Totally depends on my score. And when that's your deal, how often can you put together 9 or 18 good holes? Not very often.
Rarely.
And if you're not practicing, then you're rarely doing it. So you're going up and you know you're already going to be frustrated. And maybe you pull off 4 or 5 good holes and you're like, hey, today's the day. And then everybody's had that, right? And then you're like, rah, 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 rah. So,
where can we find this? Where can we find this book full of nuggets?
Yes, PeterMeltonGolf.com. The book title is Conversations with Parr. It'll be flying around all over social medias and at all different golf podcasts and stuff.
Wonderful.
So my website's an easy place. Conversations with Parr. The tagline is how a frustrated golfer found joy through golf, and that's what we're aiming at. More joy for you in your golf game.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.